Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium.
Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
Now Lewis selects to return it. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
You talk about this Lions defense.
Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Vaughn, they'll try the left side.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
2 yards. It's 3rd and 9.
Looking to throw. Hart.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. Gibbs straight ahead.
And he's got some space here.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. Down the left sideline.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Done good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Lions 7, Cowboys 0. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Now Lewis selects to return it. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Hart.
They'll set up the screen to Vaughn.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
3rd and 2.
Now a give, right side. It's Brooks. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Gonzalez.
He'll find Williams on the slant.
The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Throwing on first down. Gonzalez. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
64 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
Montgomery will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Good work there, holding him out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll roll him out right. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
That's a good decision there. He was looking, and he was looking, but the coverage was excellent. Nice job to get rid of it and try and find something better on 3rd and goal. He didn't let that clock accelerate and force him into an error.
This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Gonzalez. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Operating from the gun, Gonzalez. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Done good with the extra point.
And it's now 14-0.
Lions 14, Cowboys nothing. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Now Lewis selects to return it. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on the 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing to start the drive. Hart. He's got a man. It's his fullback. They'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
From the 23, here's a 2nd down and 4. Running behind center with Vaughn.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On 1st down, they go back to Vaughn again.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Tackled back at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hart.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 95 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
Come on.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Another run for Gibbs here.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now 2nd and 9.
to throw. Gonzalez, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. A give, right side for Gibbs.
Calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And the defense closes quickly there, and they'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Hart, his throw incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hurt. Right there, hurt. Go.
Throwing again. Gonzalez. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Gonzalez. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
104 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Here's Gonzalez. Off play action.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And in for the Lions touchdown.
Jamison Williams
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Done good with the extra point.
And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Now Lewis selects to return it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Now Gonzalez on 1st down. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Let's go now.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This will come out to the 25. It's Lewis going to opt to not return it.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Again, a run with Vaughn.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Get it. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Ready.
They go play action here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
2.
2nd and 10.
3.
Off play action. Gonzalez. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Gonzalez.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Lamb will go in motion. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before break. Hart. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain. His guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's trying to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Ready up!
Looking to throw. Hart.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the Cowboys' 44-yard line.
Here we go, set! Hawk 70, Hawk 70! Ready?
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Pardon, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Here we go, here we go! Ready?
To throw is Gonzalez on 1st and 10. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Ready, set! Hurt, hurt! Let go!
They'll run with Gibbs.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions extend their lead yet again.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it.
They're on the 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. On 3rd down, it's Vaughn.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 8.
Roll.
And off to Gibbs, headed right here.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
141 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a 2nd and 6. Hand off now to Gibbs.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll begin on the ground here with Vaughn. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
2nd and 7. They'll toss this out right for Vaughn.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Now Vaughn, toss left side.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
On the jump. Alert! Alert!
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
2nd and 9.
Ready.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Crack all 80.
To throw is Gonzalez. To throw on 3rd down.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Here comes the Lions punter now, standing right around the midfield stripe. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out. Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Gallup goes in motion. Vaughn on 1st and 10.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
On 2nd down now, it's Brooks. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Brooks fighting his way through contact. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And some room to work. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Rig alert! Rig alert!
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
At the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
2nd and a couple.
Ready?
A give right side for Gibbs. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
And they'll indeed take a knee.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football.